stop this, you can't stop this.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Touchdown, Cowboys! Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in, already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Yard line.
Here we go. Check. Hurt. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Ready, set.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
He's brought down at the
calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Cowboys sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And they only scored 7 points in their last game, and that's absolutely not going to cut it in the NFL, because points, they have.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
This is 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Spike, set. Blue, 32. Set, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for C.D. Lamb.
C.D. Lamb is intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, is number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 20. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. Soto. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready. Set, hunt.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Set, ready. Hunt.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Reload.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Ready. Check out.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Exactly
It's
what
a
they
gain
needed
of
right there
23
because they
yards.
needed to use the ground game to
First
take some
down,
pressure off
Indianapolis.
because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's another
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
23-yard line.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Go!
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set! Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Bison. Motion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
And the Colts.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The 4-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
That's another.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Colts have cut it back within a score.
The kicker
Extra
on
point
for the
attempt
point
to come
after.
here. And that one makes
The
it
kick
14 to
is good.
7.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Colts 7.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And bulldozing his way through.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Claws red. Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
It's a gain of
And he'll be
11.
taken down, but not
That's
before he
good
gets
for a
into enemy
Cowboys
territory.
First down.
11 yards and a
First and
Cowboy
10
first
at the
down.
48-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground,
Ready,
we can
right.
live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
Set,
then your
ready.
defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down.
The ball
It's Soto,
carried by number
and he'll
28.
take this ahead for about
Taken
4.
down at the
2nd down coming
43-yard
up.
line. 4
And that was a
yards on
quality
the
play to
pickup.
start a new set of
2nd
downs. That was
and
simply an
6.
offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On the ready.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. 50, green, set.
Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Number 29. the
And
ball
he's swallowed
carrier.
up right near the line of
Brought down
scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play
No
there,
gain
so
on
they're
the
left
play.
with a 3rd down and
It's 3rd
6.
down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling
Okay,
him
ready?
has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care
Here
of
we
him
go,
first.
set. 52, blue. Shock, 17. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And
Another
this will
carry
not
for
be
the
enough.
running
On
back.
3rd and 5, he only
He's
gets
tackled at
3.
the 40-yard line.
Now, that was a big time
4-yard
play by the
gain.
defense. They
It's
as well
4th
knew where the
down.
first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On the double.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th.
Down. Hut, hut.
He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, set.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ready, ready. Go.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Go check.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
A loss of 12
He
yards.
couldn't get away there
And
on
it's
3rd down. The
free
pressure
and
too
out.
much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books
The
as a
Cowboys take over
55-yard
1st and 10
punt. Well done.
at their own
And the Cowboys will
26-yard
take over the
line.
football with a 1st and 10.
On the set.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Black shock. Red. Cycle. Hut. Hut.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go now. Blaster. 6. Set. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 114 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
2nd down and 6 now.
Set.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go. Set.
And with time quickly
Black.
fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Ready.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
24-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Blue, 32.
Hey, motion.
Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Fury, yellow, black 40. Blue, go. Hut.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. 45, smash, red. Hey, green. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
Yellow. Shot.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21, Colts 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready up.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Load! Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 155 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Check out.
On the give, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Go, Rig. Go. Ready. Hey.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Set. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21.
21 apiece.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
On the
The
set.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level
45,
following that
one.
touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Down the sideline he goes. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue, 78 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
28, Colts 21.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Viking 18.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On the ready.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alvarado.
Second down
And he'll be
pass.
out of bounds after getting this one
Complete to
across the
number
40.
81. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Chop alert. Chop alert. Set up. Hot, hot.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Someone's been having a good
Indianapolis.
game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set. Go.
Now a first carry here for their running back. Through the middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28.
28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the double.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He is out of bounds inside the 35.
And the Cowboys
A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
33-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
95. Shot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Barton.
15 yards.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Set, hut.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. 10 cycles.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Claws, 10. Set.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Cowboys 35, Colts 28.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And a Colts first down.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. Ready, ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1 yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
19 tight. 19 tight. Bronco. Set, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for his wide
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
To number 13.
So the completion good for 7 there.
7 yards.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
And
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Okay, break.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
First down.
64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Number 29.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Ready. Yellow. 43. Hut. Hut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Again, the ball carrier.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Zoom.
Hey,
Black.
talk to me.
33. Yellow. Smash. Red. Set. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Black 40. Ready. Go.
He'll look to throw. That complete to Shorter. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle.
Good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 42, Colts 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Set. Hut.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Number 13.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
It's a gain of a yard.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for a Colts.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get addial blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
The running back.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
29-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. The handoff as they run the counter play.
Number 13.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Ready.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Dallas, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile,
Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah. It's so I get to it. So right. It's so right. It's so I get to it. So right. It's so right. you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat.